Since I became a widow, I've been on the road a lot, traveling to visit friends and family, traveling to give my brain a rest from all the memories, traveling to figure out who I am in this new reality. Wherever I go, I end up sitting in a cafe with my notebook and my thoughts. I'm becoming a new version of myself, one state and one hot drink at a time. This is finding myself in a coffee shop. Let's do an Americano. No, not an Americano. Let's do a latte, 16-ounce latte. Today is my last day in Hawaii. It's my last chance to do a Hawaii coffee shop video. So here I am at Kona Coffee and Tea. I've got myself a latte. I've got myself an everything bagel. And I have an hour and a half that I stepped away from my family to come and film this video. We are at the point in the trip where there's sand everywhere. Everything's covered in sand. I don't know if you can see it. Even my notebook has sand on it. We've been to 4 different beaches at this point, but one of them we went to twice. We went to the farmer's market. We've been trying all sorts of Hawaiian fruit. It's just been a beautiful time with friends and family. Spending this time with them was really wonderful, but I also can't help but thinking of how I might have prioritized doing different things on this trip differently if I had been going by myself. Because traveling by yourself is different, right? If I had been by myself, for example, I probably wouldn't have been brave enough to hike 30 minutes out to a remote beach, much less twice. And I definitely wouldn't have gone bobbing out in the ocean with an inflatable chair by myself. That just feels like something that if you're going to do, you want to have other people there to keep an eye on you. By myself, though, I probably would have checked out a lot more Kona coffee shops. I probably would have gone on a tour of a coffee farm. A lot of my life revolves around coffee. I might have gone out to Volcanoes National Park if it were me alone. Not really better or worse things, just different things. And this has made me realize how much I really don't need anyone else with me to travel with. When I'm out there traveling alone, I miss Kevin an awful lot. A whole lot. But I like who I am when I'm traveling alone. I like that aspect of me. And after doing this trip, after flying 7 hours to get to a tropical island and renting a car here, setting up an Airbnb, I've realized that I can do it. I can travel by myself to places that aren't just a nearby state, but I could totally go to Europe on my own. I could go to Australia on a safari in Africa. I could explore South America or Asia. There are so many places I haven't gone, and I'm totally okay to do those on my own. I made one of these videos previously after my dad died when I talked about reuniting with family and all of my mixed feelings about that. And now I am here spending a week's vacation with my family, which is something that I haven't done in, oh my gosh, more than 30 years. So it's really funny that the finding myself that I'm doing on this trip of all trips is this realization of how much more I can do on my own. So I brought my notebooks on this trip. I brought an accordion full notebook like I normally do. And I'm sure I'll make a full video about this, but just for a little peek in this video, I have not done the whole back. The whole back is completely blank in this. And that hasn't been uncommon in other trips. A lot of times I'll put a collage there or sketch after I get back on the back. But this time, I think what I'm going to do is actually write in words on the back my journal from the trip. well, it's still fresh in my mind, so I'll probably do this on the flight home if I'm not completely zonked, because we're taking a red-eye flight. I will leave here at 8 p.m. tonight and arrive in Burbank about 7 in the morning. But here is what's been happening on the other side. So I've actually gotten quite a bit of sketching done on this trip. Did I mention that this is my first time ever in Hawaii? My first time ever in a tropical island? It's kind of amazing to have this experience for the first time in my life at 52 years old, and meanwhile, my little niece is 5 months old and experiencing it for the first time. She won't remember, but we all will. Anyway, I'm just gonna get out my notebook and have a little private notebook time right now. I have not written anything in this notebook since the day I left. My last update was April 14th, and I wrote down the date for April 15th, and I have not done anything else. Today, by the way, is the 22nd, so it's been a full week. My excuse is that I've been working in this. Not that I need an excuse. If you miss 5 days or 7 days or a month and a half in your notebook, it's not a big deal. Come back if you want to. And if you don't want to, you don't have to come back. You don't have to be a notebook person or a journal person. I was not for many, many years. I'm gonna try to reconstruct the week though. Even though I don't want to sketch right this minute, I'm gonna leave a little space for a sketch here, maybe of that first beach. And then I'll start April 16th over here. It's hard to believe that we have been here for a week already. So one funny thing that happened on this trip that I will definitely have to write about is that we decided before we picked my stepmom up at the airport that we wanted to play some epic level prank on her. And after tossing around some ideas, we decided to convince her that a mongoose had gotten into our condo. From the first moment, I told her that mongooses were kind of pests here in Hawaii and that they weren't afraid of humans at all, and they'd learned that they could get food from humans, and so they were just constantly trying to get into like cars and houses and stuff to get to the human food. And then the next day, my brother took a package of crackers and just sort of put it like it had been dragged to a corner of the room and sprinkled some crumbs around and came in and just said, "Did anybody spill crackers?" When none of us fessed up to it, my sister-in-law was like, "Oh, when we checked into the hotel, they told us that they thought that there might have been a mongoose that got into this room, but that housekeeping was positive they've gotten it out." Which I think is something a hotel would never say to you. But my stepmom fell for it, and then throughout the week, we just planted a lot of evidence. Every once in a while, I'd knock things off the counter or get worried about a movement behind the curtain. It culminated on the last day after we had checked out. My brother had taken a picture of our kitchen and made an AI video of a mongoose, which didn't even really look like a mongoose, but a small animal jumping on our counter and going through our food. There were a lot of tells that it was AI, but we showed it to my stepmom. We told her there was an app that allowed us to turn the iPhone into a security camera, and her eyes just followed that mongoose across the kitchen, so she didn't even really notice some major errors in the video. Finally, last night we were sitting around the table talking about our favorite moments from the trip, and I turned to my siblings and I said, "Should we tell her?" And they're like, "Yeah, we should probably tell her." And I said, "My favorite moment was when we convinced Michelle there was a mongoose in the condo." And it took her a minute, and then she was like, "Oh, none of that was real." Oh my gosh. She's a really, really good sport that she was able to laugh at that because we were playing a really long game prank there. It lasted almost a week. Okay, reconstructing April 16th. We went to a beach called Hapua Beach. Is that where the line is? I do not know the diacritical marks on Hawaiian words. I don't know what they mean. I'm not familiar with like the basic pronunciation rules of Hawaiian words. So we went to all these beaches and I have no idea how to pronounce their names. But April 17th? No, what did we do on Friday? I'm having a hard time reconstructing our trip already. It's only been 7 days, but it's telling how into vacation mode I got when I texted a friend the other day, happy Monday, and she texted back, well, it's Tuesday. That's when you know it's a good vacation. I think that what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop my phone recording. I'm gonna try to do just some quick notes on every day of the trip in this daily log journal. And then when I get on the plane this evening, I will do a little bit more writing in the accordion notebook that is like my official trip journal. And I will definitely show you that in another video. I guess until next time from Hawaii, I'm wishing you love and joy and all those good things. And I can't wait to talk to you again.